What up, YouTube? We're here looking over a deck. Gonna play some Standard for you with it. This is my Demon deck. I have done a bunch of tweaks to it to make it even better than it has been. So of course, we're starting off with our draw, Demon Bat, the core that puts a demon in play. We got some enchantment removal if we need it. Planeswalker removal if we need it. Those also remove creatures. We got draw with the Schism. Removing heavy threats from the game completely in case we need to be able to sacrifice indestructible creatures. We put in Liliana, and again, removing threats that are in trouble. And then stealing an early game threat from them. And then super powerful cards. Destruction of lands. All these cards very, very much help with control. They're really powerful. I've played 5 games with this version of this deck so far, and I've gone 5-0. I'm going to show you 2 of those 5 games in this video. So enjoy the gameplay. We'll go through it. Hope you're having a terrific week, a terrific weekend. Looking forward to Turtles coming out. That's going to be great. I always love a new set. I know these new sets are coming out faster and faster, but... So this hand looks fine to me. Got our curve. We got our early game steal, which is why that card is in there. I had duress in this deck, but to be able to steal one of their creatures instead of making them remove a non-creature card has been definitely better. So as you can see, we steal one of the really powerful drops, which prevents them from using it, and it also gives us a powerful drop that we can put in. So that card in this deck has been a lifesaver. Schism is in here. It's powerful enough to draw me cards, gain me creatures. It's basically an army in a card. So it's powerful enough for them to use some of their removal on it and some of their counters to it, but it also is powerful enough that I can actually take advantage of it with the draw and the creature creation. It's also death touch, right? So it's removal. So it's just such a powerful card. I've been playing it in a lot of my black decks. Obviously, this is a mono black demon deck. Anytime they can remove land and you can cycle through your deck is fine by me. A beauty about having that circle in this card as well, in this deck as well, is artifacts are very difficult to remove unless your deck is specifically designed to remove artifacts. So that circle core from Lorwyn is a great addition to this deck. So as you can see, these 2 games I had the zombie, but I didn't play the zombie. This deck is so strong, even without playing the zombie, I have been able to pull out wins. Because that zombie card's just so strong, right? You deal damage, take away half. It's just so unfair. But I wanted to play a couple games with it in my hand in case I needed to put it down, but see if I could win without it. And this deck has been winning without it. So the End is such a powerful card as well. You don't want too many of them. I feel 2 might be good. 3 is probably a little overkill. 4 is definitely way too many, unless you're really going hardcore black control. But so see, he's having to use his own spells on it, which with that iceberg is a great counter to what I played, because he's gonna be able to sacrifice it and put it out on the field. But I have enough removal to also take care of it, so wasn't too worried about him removing it. you are new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Consider liking and subscribing if you would. It would really help the channel out. It would make me know that I'm on the right path. If you have comments you'd like to say about the gameplay or what I should do, or I'm here to make a community and have friends and hang out, and I really appreciate you guys. So thanks for tuning in and listening to me talk, watching me play some Magic, and I hope I get to watch some of you play some Magic and we play against each other in Arena. That's always fun. If you see yourself being played against, make sure you comment, hey, that was me you played against. Yeah. So yeah, we use this card just to remove that threat. I didn't see any extra ones, but I didn't want him drawing cards, so yeah, so his deck is okay, but it's not the strongest. Because I haven't really played against a deck like his, so he might have been testing something out. But as you can see, we're definitely in the lead. We throw down Liliana, and you know, nothing really you can do if you're not ready for Planeswalkers. If you don't got Planeswalker removal, they're just infinite creature creation with some strong powers behind it. So excuse me.
My army will
you guys start pumping out some creatures. I know that they have that ultimate in their hand, so that's also another reason I didn't play the zombie, because I knew if they were going to board wipe me, it wasn't going to be able to make it back onto the floor. So I was also kind of trying to play around it a little bit. But I knew that once that got out of their hand, if I needed to play it, and they didn't have an ultimate on their hand, I could play it and just basically take over the game with just the zombie. So what's really cool about this deck is even without the demon draw, with the cards to play around it, it is strong enough to win on its own, as this game right here shows. With Liliana and the control removal, creature generation, the other powerful cards, I was basically able to take over this game. Yeah, see, that card's beautiful in this deck. Throw that down, and then I have a demon on the floor as soon as I do pick up my demon draw card.
You've reached an undead end.
That I'm all set, and I start dealing damage and gaining life, and don't have to worry about anything, basically killing myself. So I hope you all enjoyed the Olympics. We were enjoying it over here. It has now ended. USA won gold in hockey, so that's cool. First time in 46 years. Canada got second, and Finland third. And yep, they scoop. See? So didn't even the crux of this deck won without even having to play the cards that it is designed around. All of my secular secondary cards were able to win a match, which is very cool. So we're going to go right into another match here. And see how we do in this game. Like I said, I've gone 5-0 so far with this iteration of the deck, which is cool. We'll do some tweaking as we get higher in rank. Right now I know we're like Platinum 2 or something like that. Once we actually climb to Diamond, and then if we can actually hit Mythic. But February is almost over, so we probably won't hit Mythic by that time. We're just not playing enough standard games. You gotta play so many standard games to actually hit Mythic, and I don't think I've played enough games. So the deck I'm going against here has a lot of new Lorwyn cards, which is cool. Test this deck against a deck that has a bunch of these new Lorwyn cards. And again, we have the early game Steal, the Heist card, which when I put that in this deck, it really turned the deck around in the early game. So looking at cards to steal, and I figured, you know, I can probably take most advantage of their equipment. And they won't be able to play it, and now I have a really strong card that I can play. So take something strong from them, use it against them. I only have 2 in this deck. 3 might work good. I think 4 would be overkill, but I don't really know what I would take out for a third. This deck only runs 24 lands, which I think is just enough. We have enough low mana cost cards that we haven't really run into any issues with not having enough mana. So 24 has been working. So here's where I made my decision. I'm not going to play the zombie. I'm going to go straight into bats. I want them to block, which they ended up doing. It's a 2-for-1 basically. A removal plus I get a 1/1 on board. Of course, we knew they had another one because we saw their hand thanks to the heist. I love being able to know what they're going to play. So that heist card does a lot in the early game. And we played the card that we stole from the heist onto our bat. We can fly right over. And that's a really strong card that I took from them. So, and I decided just to play another bat. Again, I was trying to stay away from the zombie, see if I can win some games without the zombie, because you know you can win games when you throw the zombie down. Yeah, but now with 2 bats, them not being able to block it, the game is in essence done. If they don't have anything I think they can do to get rid of these bats, you know, the bats are so strong by themselves, and then you double them in power, it's huge. So I throw that on the floor, and now, you know, my deck's set for anarchy at this point. So much damage coming out with 2 bats and the demon draw that he knows. Look at that. That was just so much damage right there. And now that's how this deck works. So you guys give it a try. One of our viewers was like, hey, why don't you go over some cards before the game starts? And that's what we did. So thanks so much, everyone. Peace out.